Lesson 4.3, dividing polynomials. So for this lesson, we're going to look at two strategies for dividing polynomials, right? We're being asked to divide 2x to the fourth plus 3x to the third plus 5x minus 1 by x squared plus 3x plus 2. Our first strategy is called polynomial long division. So we are going to set this up like a long division problem. It might be a struggle to get this all on this screen, but we're going to try. So 2x to the fourth, right? I am writing this whole polynomial under the long division. As I go, I need to make sure that I do not skip any terms. My exponents need to be in decreasing order, right? So next on the problem is 5x, but I need to write down the 0x squared, right? There are no x squareds. Right, so 2x to the fourth plus 3x to the third plus 0x squared plus 5x minus 1. And I am dividing that now by x squared. And again, I need to have all of my terms in order here. Plus 3x plus 2. Now, we are ready to do our long division. This looks super intimidating. It's not the easiest process, but it's not quite as bad as it looks. So, I am going to divide these first three terms in my problem by the x squared from right here. So I have my dividend underneath the long division sign. My divisor here has three terms. So I am only going to be working on these first three terms. So my first part of my quotient, my answer, is going to go above this third term. And to do this, I am going to start right here. I am going to go with 2x to the fourth divided by x squared, right? So I am simplifying this, 2x to the fourth divided by x squared. And that's going to give me 2x squared, right? Because 2 divided by the 1 that's hiding right here is 2. X to the fourth divided by x squared is x squared. Now, right, the whole does McDonald's serve cheeseburgers, long division. I did my division. Now I am going to multiply all of this divisor by the 2x squared, right? So 2x squared times x squared is x to the fourth. 2x squared times 3x is 6x to the third. And 2x squared times 2 is plus 4x squared. There's my multiply step. Now on to subtraction. Right? I am going to subtract this. Right? So this goes back to lesson 4.2 on polynomial subtraction. 2x to the fourth minus 2x to the fourth, these terms cancel, right? 3x to the third minus 6x to the third, and I to the third didn't write earlier. 3x to the third minus 6x to the third is negative 3x to the third. And then 0x squared minus 4x squared is minus 4x squared. There's my subtraction step. Now I'm going to bring down plus 5x. And then I run it again, right? I am going to divide this negative 3x to the third by x squared, right? Negative, right? So I'm working on this. Negative 3x to the third divided by x squared would be negative 3x, right? There's my division step. Now I'm on to multiply. This, let me change colors here. This negative 3x is going to get multiplied by all of this. So negative 3x times x squared would be negative 3x to the third. Negative 3x times 3x would be minus 9x squared. Negative 3x times 2 is negative 6x. And now I am ready to subtract. Negative 3x to the third from here minus a negative 3x to the third. Well, these two negatives here are going to cancel and make a positive, which is going to cancel these terms. Negative 4x squared minus a negative 9x squared would be 5x squared. 5x minus a negative 6x would be plus 11x. And I'm ready to bring down this minus 1. One more round of long division. So I am working right here, and I'm going to divide all of this by my original divisor. 5x squared divided by x squared would be plus 5. And we go with multiplication. 5 times x squared, 5 times 3x, and 5 times 2. And we subtract. Right? These are going to cancel. 11x minus 15x would be minus 4x. negative 1 minus 10 would be negative 11. And we are going to just add on our remainder as a fraction. So the remainder part as a numerator, my divisor, right? My divisor from right here as my denominator. Okay, that is a lot of work. I'm not going to lie. It will be on your practice, so I want you to be able to do this, but it will not be on the quiz where you have to do long division. What I'm going to show you now is a shortcut called synthetic division. And we are going to use this when our divisor is a binomial, right? So my divisor here is x minus 3, right? So we have two steps. Write the coefficients of the dividend in order of descending exponents. Include a 0 for any missing terms. And because the divisor is x minus 3, we're going to use what is called a k-value. Your k-value is positive 3. We're going to write that to the left of the vertical bar. And then we're going to bring down the leading coefficient, multiply that by the k-value, and that's going to go under the second coefficient. So it's kind of hard to read through these steps without a visual, but I'm going to talk you through a problem here in just a moment. So let's try to squeeze this problem in on this slide. It's going to be a little tricky, but I'm going to do my best. So we're going to put a kind of an upside down division sign. Okay. Step 1, write the coefficients of the dividends in order use a 0 for any missing terms. So, first term right here, negative x to the third. So my first coefficient is negative 1. And then I'm going to leave a gap, and I have a 4. Now, there is no x term, right? 3, 2, and then constant. So this is plus 0x is hiding right here. That is important that I don't skip it. And then the 9. Okay. Out to the left, I'm going to write the k-value. It is the opposite of what I see here. So my k-value is 3. Our first step is just to drop the first coefficient down. Once I do that, I'm going to follow this multiply, add process. So I am going to multiply this negative 1 that I just wrote by the k-value. So that sum, or that answer is going to go right here. Now I sum down. 4 minus 3 is 1. Now I multiply. 1 times the k-value of 3 is 3. And I sum down. I multiply this 3 that I just wrote right here, this 3 times the k-value. 3 times 3 is 9. And I sum down. 9 plus 9 is 18. Okay, this gives me, these numbers that I wrote across the bottom, give me my coefficients for my quotient, my answer. So I am going to pass out variables now, right? And because I am basically dividing all of my variable parts up here by x, the exponents are going to decrease by 1, right? So since this is x to the third, I'm going to start with x squared plus 1x plus 3x to the 0, right? I had x squared, then x to the first, then x to the 0. Well, x to the 0 is 1. And then this last term is going to be my remainder that I am going to write as a fraction. Okay, so my final answer is negative 1x squared, which I'm going to simplify to just negative x squared, plus 1x, which is going to be simplified as plus x, plus 3, plus the remainder of 18 over my original divisor of x minus 3. Let's do another one. Right? Set up your upside down division sign. My coefficients, I need to make sure that I have all my terms. Right? 3, 2, 1 constant, so I don't have to fill in any zeros. So my coefficients are going to go 3, -2, 2, -5. My k value is going to be the opposite of the +1. Right? Drop the first term. Multiply that 3 by my k value of -1, and it goes here. Add down, -5. Multiply by the k value, -5 times -1 is 5. Add down, +7. Right? 7 times the -1 is -7. Add down. Right? Those are my coefficients. I can start passing out the exponents from up here. However, because I divided them by x, they're all going to decrease by 1. So x squared, x, this +7 is my constant, and this is going to be my remainder. So I get 3x squared minus 5x plus 7 minus 12 over x plus 1. Right? The subtraction is here. Okay, so that is synthetic division. Now, on your assignment, you're going to have some long division and some synthetic. On the test, you can choose if you want to do long division or synthetic. I will leave that up to you. I find synthetic to be easier. We'll go over it again some more on review day.